Hello and welcome back to Adventure Planet, where today I've come back down to Drayton Manor for the first time in a couple of months to celebrate the end of Drayton Manor's Halloween event. It ends today with a firework spooktacular across the lake that they've got here. Starts at 6 p.m. today, a little bit shorter than usual. Usually the firework spectaculars here go on for about 30 minutes. However, today it's been cut short to 10 minutes. However, like I say, it is still a pretty spectacular show, so still looking forward to it. Now, there's no night at the Manor event here today either. That actually finished last night. However, we do still get the 15-minute walkthrough that's in the castle here for Pumpkin Smash Bash, which kind of ends in a little bit of trick-or-treating. So looking forward to that, and we'll cover that right here in this video as well. But of course, the main reason that I've come to Drayton Manor today is sadly to get those last rides in on Apocalypse. Yes, it is the Intamin Drop Tower's final day of operations today here at Drayton Manor before it is removed from the park and subsequently scrapped. Now, as sad as it is to see it go, and as much as I will reiterate here, as I said on the last full park vlog that we done here, I do think it's the wrong decision. I really think money should have been spent on maintaining that ride and keeping it here at the park. However, the decision has come to remove it, and we'll be covering that later on as we get a little bit closer to the ride. As sad as it is to see it go, I am kind of excited and hopeful that Drayton Manor will put something equally as thrilling in its place, whether that be a new area or a new ride or two. We don't yet know. However, all future developments will be covered right here on Adventure Planet next season. Let's head on in. Park hours today, 10:30 a.m. through until 5 p.m, where the majority of the park will close, and then Vikings actually stays open until 7 p.m. today, so we can get some night rides on rides like Thor and Loki, which is going to be great. Fireworks Spectacular, like I say, starts at 6 p.m. Let's head on in and see what else has changed around the park for this year's Halloween celebrations. Welcome to Drayton Manor. Let's go. And here we are in the entrance to Drayton Manor then, and a lot busier of course than it was when I came here last time. Maelstrom in full operation here, looking good. And of course the Drayton Manor skyline with Apocalypse over in the back there, and of course it will all look very different next season not seeing that on the skyline. Very, very sad. But unfortunately that's the decision they've made. Oh, Maelstrom. There she goes, looking good. And yeah, it's going to be quite busy today. It is a Sunday, of course. It is the night of the fireworks Spooktacular and Apocalypse's last day of operations, obviously. All three of those things really kind of pulling in the crowds today. And Thomasland looks to be the busiest area at the moment. I'm going to head into there first, and I think I might get my first ride of the day on Troublesome Trucks, the little 2008 Gerstlauer family coaster.
And if you do go trick-or-treating, make sure you take your grown-ups with you.
Lots of crowds here.
Hey, I've got a good idea.
Have you?
Why don't we take some spooky photos with all of our friends down here?
What, just down there?
Just down here.
Oh, that's lovely. They can line up against the fence.
Some great Halloween costumes here as well.
Well,
of course, celebrating the final day.
Halloween here in Thomasland.
Hey! Yeah, much better atmosphere today than there was last time I came here in July, I think it was. Nice and busy here in Thomasland. And of course, what we will be covering on the channel today as well, in this video, is the Thomas and Friends exhibition, which was actually closed last time I came here. So I'll be showing you all the original models of those first 12 series of Thomas and Friends. If you're kind of around my age, the nostalgia hits in that place are really good. And there we are, the vintage cars here. One of the only original remaining rides here in this area. Thomasland's about a 3-acre site. And yeah, this is one of the original rides that still remain. Of course, before Thomasland, this used to be Robinson's Land, all based on the Robinsons soft drink. Harold's helicopter tours through there. And Cranky's mini drop tower is also in operation today.
James.
Yeah, looking real nice. Yeah, there's Cranky himself up there. Got the rocking bull strode over there, the old rocking tug, that looks to be closed. And in terms of closed rides today, just the Polperro Express, hey, that is closed today. And Storm Force 10, although to be perfectly honest, I don't think many people will be wanting to ride that today, as it is pretty cold and we are expecting some heavy showers a little bit later on this afternoon, but hopefully it clears up pretty soon after that. Let's go to Troublesome Trucks. Let's go. On a great little ride on Troublesome Trucks then. Like I say, Gerstlauer Coaster opened here in 2008 and I'm glad I got on it when I did, as there's now a 65-minute queue time for that ride. And yeah, pretty busy here in Thomasland, which of course is expected. It's that half-term week and lots of kids here taking full advantage of the rides. Most of the flat rides here obviously built by Zamperla, and of course, talking of the Thomas and Friends exhibition earlier on in the video, you can of course walk there by walking through the zoo. It's about a 10 to 15 minute walk if you decide to do it that way. Of course, if you are suffering from mobility issues or just want to sit back and take it easy, you can actually catch a train here from Thomasland. That's the entrance just here. It's not currently open, but that will actually take you all the way through, pretty much right opposite the Thomas and Friends exhibition. So if you do want to catch the train down, this is where you do it from. Going to head out of Thomasland now then and head down towards Vikings. See how busy that area is today. Great atmosphere in the park so far.
Statues, but a bit scarier. Make sure when you stop, when the music stops, we do a scary pose. Just like the gentleman's doing at the back there in the green. Well done, mate. Absolutely petrifying. Are we ready to play? Here we go, first song.
Yes, let's do it. Come on, everyone, join in.
Ready? Let's see your best ghost impressions.
And here we are in Vikings then, a little bit of Halloween themed pumpkins for you here. Yeah, it looks quite nice. Not quite as over the top as Energylandia was. In Energylandia this entire pit would be full of pumpkins. Nice little photo opportunities here as well. Big old pumpkin there. Happy Halloween. Yeah, really nice. Still no theming on the ends of Thor here. A little Zamperla disco in Vikings. A little bit of a shame, but I'm assuming that's not what they're going for this ride. I'm assuming once these trees kind of really grow up over the years, that will cover those end sections off just nice. But I don't know, I feel like it would have been nice to have some kind of theming on the end of here. However, great ride, good old Zamperla disco. And then of course, the Zamperla Nebulas. Still the only one in the UK. This is Loki And I'm going to make this my second ride of the day, I think. Let's jump on. Looks like a 30-minute queue time at the moment. I think that's about right for Loki. Let's go. And a little bit of off-ride footage there then of the rides that can be found in Vikings. Now just had a nice little ride on Loki. Really, really unique ride that. I do like the Zamperla Nebulas. It's just the throughput on those is just a little bit slow, purely because of how the ride is designed. Anyway, that is Vikings. I'm going to head now down towards Apocalypse, and let's put in a little bit of footage of that ride on its last day and speculate a little bit about what might be happening on the area that surrounds that ride and the remnants of pandemonium. Let's take a look. And here we are then, the time has come. We are outside Apocalypse, the Intamin drop tower. Such an iconic ride here at Drayton Manor since May 2000 all the way through until 2022. 22 years, and as you can see behind me here, the fencing has already started to go in. Like they couldn't drive the stake into our hearts any quicker. You know, it's like, yeah, let's put the fencing up on the last day. Let's really hammer it home that this ride is going. Of course, like I say, this opened 22 years ago, and initially when it did open from Intamin, it actually had 4 towers. 2 of them sit down, 2 of them stand up, and at the time it was actually the world's first stand-up drop tower, and it held that record right the way through until 2005 when Hurricane Condor opened up at Portaventura. In 2002 a 5th tower was added, which was actually dubbed the 5th Element, which was actually a stand-up flawless, and for those of you that ever actually did get to ride that version, that was pretty damn terrifying. Of course, it's 177 feet tall, that is 54 meters, and drops you at 50 miles an hour. Now, unfortunately, over the past couple of years, it has seen issues with its reliability, and of course the park probably decided a while back that this ride was going to go, so they've not actually invested in actually maintaining the ride. So for quite a long time now, it has only been running on the 1 tower. Like I say, it's really sad to see it go. We'll keep up with the developments here on the channel as to what they actually do with this area. I'm going to take you around this area now just to show you a couple of different things that's going on here that you know, and we can kind of speculate, I guess, as to what they might actually do once this ride has been removed. Going to get a last couple more rides on here now, and you know, yeah, I'm going to be saying goodbye to it. 22 years in the park. Like I said in the intro, I do feel it's the wrong decision. I think they could have still developed this area and spent the money on maintaining that ride. It's the best drop tower here in the UK, and it's such a shame to see it go. Let's take a look around this area and just see what kind of changes have been going on. Like I say, the fences are already in place around Apocalypse, and there's some other changes as well that's also going on. Let's go take a look. So of course we don't actually know what Drayton Manor are planning for this area, but we can obviously speculate. And obviously Apocalypse as it stands is quite a large footprint. You've got the fence obviously around here for the ride itself, but then you've also got the steps that come down here and this large area out the front here, all of which obviously we are seeing painted markings which do obviously show that this entire area here is going to be developed at some point in the future. Now I suspect that it may go as far to actually include the entrance to Sheriff's Showdown and Drunken Barrels just over the back there. We also have some toilets here which could be removed, as well as all this landscaping could also be removed, as well as this here. We have a little test track ride just behind these trees here, as well as the remnants of Pandemonium, which was actually the swinging inverter that was removed a couple of years ago. Now obviously all this area here as well could also all be dug up and relaid, and obviously all this will get removed as well. And interestingly, what I've also spotted today, just a little bit further down here, is the Flying Dutchman. Now I'm not entirely sure whether this is just under a little bit of refurb at the moment perhaps, but as you can see, Flying Dutchman is also in bits here. They've obviously removed all of the gondolas, the cables, and this is completely out of action here. Obviously all the gondolas placed around the side here, and the ride looking a little bit sorry for itself. So this could also all be going here as well. And obviously this little test track ride here as well will also, I suspect, be flattened. Now what Drayton Manor are actually doing here, nobody knows. Like I say, only Drayton Manor knows at the moment. Nothing has really been leaked or come from the park to speculate. What I would like to see is another brand new area here. I would like to, they've obviously had Adventure Cove for 2021, Vikings opened up earlier this year in 2022. For 23, or more likely 2024, I would like to see this entire area developed into something new as well. More than likely something like a Wild West area would be really, really fitting, I think. I think obviously, you know, Sheriff's Showdown, Drunken Barrels could really fit nicely into a Wild West themed area here, and it's a lot of space. The back of Apocalypse though does back right onto Vikings, so could it just be an extension of that area? I don't think so. I would like to see something completely brand new, and looking at the space that they've got here, it is pretty large. So yeah, who knows? What do you think? Speculate in the comments, let me know your thoughts. But I'd like to see a brand new area, and maybe a slight retheme perhaps, or, you know, a little bit of a clean-up done on Sheriff's Showdown and Drunken Barrels as well. Looking forward to what they're going to be doing here though, and like I say, we'll be following the development on the channel all throughout the following season. And just had another ride on Apocalypse there then, and I really am going to miss that ride. It really is so sad that it's being removed from this park. Right opposite Apocalypse though, we have Sheriff's Showdown. The last time we done a full park vlog here at Drayton Manor, we didn't actually get on this. So let's get on now. I can take you on this one, and let's see if we can score a bonus. And here we are on Sheriff's Showdown then. Little interactive dark ride here. Yeah, let's see what kind of bonuses we can get today. What is that? What's the noise the gun's making? Yeah! Shooting everything today. Can we get a bonus? Oh no. Hey! You've got a bonus. You know, I've not been on this for a long old time. Like I say, when we done the last full park vlog here back in July, didn't actually come on this. I actually can't remember the last time I did ride it. 2 years ago now, maybe? Hey! Oh! You've got a bonus! I'm bonusing everywhere today. Oh, my trigger finger's aching. It's a lot harder to do with one hand. Yeah, give me those bonuses. Great little dog ride this. And like I say, this would really suit if they did decide to do like a Wild West themed area when Apocalypse is gone. I think this is the perfect kind of ride for it. A little bit of a refurbishment maybe required, but this would fit in really, really well. Oh, it's a poor score. 19,6. Damn. And there we are. A little bit of on-ride footage there then of Sheriff Showdown, where I actually managed 19,700 points. Yeah, not too good. I can't remember what my highest score is on that, but highest score today was over 40,000, so 19 is terrible. Just going to head down to Pumpkin Smash Bash now and see the little 15-minute walkthrough experience here that is kind of part of the Halloween event. Used to be where obviously one of the scare castle was for Night at the Manor. Obviously that's finished, that finished yesterday, but obviously Pumpkin Smash Bash is still going. I'm going to go and see if I can do a little bit of trick-or-treating just here in the castle behind where the Dodgems are. Let's go take a look. And here we are in the Castle of Spooks then. Oh, nice and well themed in here. Nice lighting. Hey, this could be good, this.
I know what you're thinking. You didn't think a witch could be so glamorous, did you? I am. Never mind that. So, happy Halloween, everyone! Happy Halloween! And who loves Halloween? Trick or treat, trick or treat. Give me something nice to eat.
Give me the sweets.
There must be some real witches and wizards amongst you children today. Yes, nice and wide. Let's get your treat down.
Come on in, it's alright, don't do it. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, this is all very nice.
Okay, then like 100 of you are going to need more energy. Hello!
Hello!
Very, very good, okay? I will teach you guys a very speedy dance class, okay? Okay, good. You have no choice, we have to get through it together. You shake your bones to the left, shake your bones to the right, show your scary teeth, and you give us a prize. Okay, little delay, little delay.
To the left, shake your bones to the right, show your scary teeth, and give me a prize. You've got your heart or Frankenstein, scare your friends, it's Halloween time. Well done, everybody, that was your practice. Right, shall we do the whole thing? Yes? Are we ready? Here we go, everybody. Bones to the left, shake your bones to the right, show your scary teeth.
And just a couple of highlights there then from the spooky castle here at the park with Pumpkin Smash Bash. Basically 3 different areas of entertainment held in there, a couple of dance sessions, and of course the Spooky Witch right at the start. And yeah, it's a fun little area. It basically gives the kids the opportunity to get their little trick-or-treat bag right at the beginning, and then as you go through those different areas, you're given various sweets by the characters that you come across. It's about a 15-minute walk through, and yeah, like you say, you come out with loads of candy. I didn't take part in it myself, thought I'd leave the sweets for the kids. You know, I need to watch my diet a little bit. Anyway, I've come to the zoo now, as you can see, with these guys behind me, lovely emus here, to basically come down to Thomas and Friends exhibition. And unfortunately, they have once again decided to close it early. It actually closed here at 3 p.m. just 20 minutes ago. So unfortunately, it's another vlog where I'm not actually going to be able to film the inside of that exhibit for you, which is a real shame. But nonetheless, I will be back again next year as we cover, obviously, the removal of Apocalypse and the developments in that area, and we'll make sure that we get the exhibit that time. But it gives me a nice opportunity to wander around the zoo anyway, which of course is a great zoo. It's actually open until 4 p.m. Animal House is closed at 4 p.m. The zoo itself shuts at 5, and it is a good zoo, definitely well worth checking out. Anyway, I'm going to head back into the park now, grab myself some food and get some more rides on Apocalypse. Fireworks will be starting in just over 2 hours. Hello, how are we doing? Hey, you're on Adventure Planet. Say hi. No? Lovely bird. Hello. That is a fantastic hairstyle you've got, my friend. How are you doing? All right. They really do have some fantastic animals here in the zoo. Of course, all nicely looked after with the on-site veterinary hospitals here, which is really good to see. And they got some new merch in here as well for Apocalypse. On the breast there, Apocalypse 2000 to 2022, and then on the back, the same again with the Drayton Manor logo. Not embroidered or anything, but actually quite a nice touch, nice bit of memorabilia merch for Apocalypse. And you know what? I think I might actually treat myself to one of these. And they've also got some nice genuine ride parts here as well in the Surf Shack shop. Got a nice G-force axle pin there. Got some Shockwave brake shoes. And some stuff from some of the real old rides here, the old chairlift guide wheel. And obviously the chairlift cabin itself here as well. There's the prices for some of them on there. A nice bit of memorabilia if you fancy owning any X-ride parts. And a little bit of off-ride footage there then of Shockwave, the Intamin stand-up coaster here at Drayton Manor, as we make our way into Adventure Cove now. Of course, this was the new area back in 2021. Here we have the Zamperla Air Race. And it's another busy area of the park, this. Air Race currently on a 45-minute wait time, Shockwave currently on an hour, and Maelstrom currently on 50 minutes. It is a busy day here at the park, and it is really testing Drayton Manor's operations as well. Operations today have not been great. Dispatches on a lot of rides around the park taking a long time. The Air Race being one of them, actually. But yeah, as you can see, it is quite busy here again today. Maelstrom there looking good. But on the other hand, it is really good to see the park busy. Of course, it's really picks up the atmosphere. And it's always nice to not see the park desolate like it was on my last visit, which of course was an off-peak day. So it was expected. But of course, when it is busier like this, the operations really do need to be on point, and I just feel like they've kind of missed the mark today, which is a little bit of a shame. But yeah, Maelstrom looking great though. And of course, the wave swinger, which was new for this area back in 2021. And just had a gorgeous bit of food then in the burger kitchen here at the park. Nice burger, cheeseburger, fries and a soft drink, coming to about £13. And their signature beef patties covered in their black sesame seed buns. That's a nice little Halloween touch there. Just had what is likely going to be my final ride on Apocalypse there. Another sad one, unless I do manage to get back on after the fireworks show. Of course, it's about 5:20 now. Most of the park has closed in readiness for that fireworks show, and then we'll open up for about an hour after the show has finished. Even bought the on-ride photo, which I don't usually do when it comes to these types of things, but I thought it's Apocalypse, it's the last day, it's got to be done. On-ride photo for £10, not too bad at all. Anyway, coming up is going to be highlights from that fireworks show. Pretty good one here at the park. Like I say, it's a cut down version today at only 10 minutes. Let's go take a look and see what it's like. I'll put in some highlights for you right about now.
He did the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash. You in the Monster Mash. Monster can see the way you shake and shiver. You know what's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? Is it a monster?
Just some highlights there then of the fireworks show here at Drayton Manor. Like I say, just a 10-minute show, but it was pretty spectacular and incorporated nice themes like the Addams Family and Ghostbusters, and a nice little excerpt of the Scream film right at the start to kick things off. Now, I have just gone over to Apocalypse to see if I could get that final ride on there. Unfortunately, the fast track queue for Apocalypse is over an hour long, which is incredible. If I was to queue for it now, I'd be there until midnight getting on that last ride. So unfortunately, the ride I had on there earlier is going to be my final ride. But I've bought the t-shirt, I bought my on-ride photo, and I've said my goodbyes to it. And I am still really sad to see it go, but unfortunately, that's the decision that the park has taken. I'm going to put in a few more shots around the park now. It's after dark. We've got rides after dark in Vikings. Accelerator is still going as well, and also Maelstrom is still in operation. So I'll put a few shots around those areas, and then I'll wrap up today's vlog. And so that brings to a close another fantastic day here at Drayton Manor. Great to see the fireworks Spooktacular today across the lake. Really good show. Like I say, perhaps a little bit short, but there's lots in there for adults and kids alike. The fireworks weren't kind of timed to the music or anything like that, but you did have soundtracks there from the Addams Family, Ghostbusters, Scream, The Omen, and so many more. And it was a good show. For the 10 minutes that was on, it was a good show. I do miss the kind of the longer spectaculars that they had here, but maybe that'll come back in another year. It was great to do all the other rides at the park today. Managed to get rides on Maelstrom, Thor, Loki, The Haunting, obviously Apocalypse, Troublesome Trucks, and a number of others. Really busy in the park today as well, so it was nice to get that atmosphere. However, like I touched on in the vlog earlier, it did kind of test the operations here at Drayton Manor, and those were kind of lacking today. Lots and lots of rides having 3, 4, 5 minutes even dispatch times before the rides were actually sent out. Jormungandr was painfully slow. Maelstrom was really bad. Shockwave was quite slow as well. So it's something I'd like to see Drayton Manor kind of really clamp down on when they do have these busy days. But of course, today was all about saying goodbye to the Intamin drop tower apocalypse, and what a send-off it had. Like I say, the fast track queue right after the fireworks show there was way past 1 hour. So I don't know how long people will be queuing to get those last rides on Apocalypse tonight. It's going to be a long time, but it was fantastic to see such a great turnout for its last day. Like I say, and like I've said many times before, I do still think it's the wrong decision. I think Drayton Manor should have invested in that, kept the ride there, developed the land around it, rethemed it, created a new area, whatever, but actually kept the drop tower there. Even if they got rid of the name Apocalypse and rethemed it into whatever they're going for in that area, you know, fine, just keep the ride. I think removing it's such an iconic ride for this park, and as I said earlier, it's the best drop tower here in the UK, and it's such a shame to see it go. But that's the decision they've made. All we can do now is hope that they're going to put something in that's equally as thrilling, or equally as high class, depending on what they do, whether it's a new ride, several new rides, or an entirely new themed area. We'll be keeping up to date on those developments, of course, on this channel as the months and years progress, expecting something to kind of open in that area in the 2024 season. So that's it really. It's something that these events at Drayton Manor, they don't tend to do as many as obviously the Merlin parks. It's something I'd like to see Drayton Manor do a lot more often. They do actually have a Christmas event that's actually running from next month. It runs from the 26th of November through to the 24th of December, where you'll find they have Christmas carols, Santa meet and greets, gingerbread decorations, and select rides are open as well, both in Vikings and in Thomasland. So that's nice to see. But in terms of overall events throughout the year, they certainly don't have as many as parks like Alton Towers, Chessington World of Adventures, Thorpe Park and the like. So it'd be nice to see them kind of really step up and bring in some more events like that to really kind of pull in those crowds. Like I say though, overall today it's been another great day. That's going to be my last visit to Drayton Manor for the 2022 season, but like I say, I will be back in the 2023 season to check up on those developments and also bring you more news straight from the park. That's all there is to say from myself at Adventure Planet, from Drayton Manor, and of course from Apocalypse. What's there left to say apart from thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy riding everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.